Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Mark's Tech. So today's video is going to be about the Galaxy S20 Ultra up against the S10 Plus. Now, it's not necessarily those two in particular, but just overall the S10 series of phones up against the S20 series of phones. Because I've had surprisingly a lot of questions asking me if they should even upgrade to the S20 lineup, or if they don't even have a Galaxy yet, should they get the latest and the greatest S20, or should they just go for the S10? So I thought this would be pretty interesting to make, because as you guys know, I have been using the S10 Plus. It's been in my life since day one that it came out over a year ago, and I've also been using the S20 Ultra since it came out as well. So this video kind of makes sense because I've used them both a lot, a really good amount. So I kind of know everything there is to know about these two phones, and I'm going to tell you guys if it's even worth it switching from this to this, or if you don't even have any of them, to just go ahead and jump to this, or maybe go back a year, you know, get an older device and get the S10. I guess I'm just going to spoil the ending of this video. You should not get the S20. Go ahead and get the S10. If you have the S10, keep it. So I want to try to make this video as simple as possible. I'm not going to mention any specs. I want to mention day-to-day usage, okay? Because specs on paper don't really matter, as probably we know by now. But you actually using the phone day-to-day is what really matters. And I can tell you guys straight up, 100%, no BS, the only difference that I personally notice from these two amazing phones is the 120 Hz refresh rate. That's it. Don't kill me. So first things first, the S10 line of phones are still fantastic, and they even offer more storage than the S20 big brother. It's kind of weird, I know, but yeah, you can actually get an S10 Plus with an internal storage of 1 terabyte, and that comes with 12 gigs of RAM. 1 terabyte internal storage. The most you can get on the S20, it doesn't matter which one you get, you can get the Ultra. The maximum is 512 gigs. That's weird. I don't remember any company going back on storage, but if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. So that means if you like to keep a ton of files, a ton of whatever you want on your phone, the S10 Plus is going to be your best bet, especially if you want to keep it locally without an SD card. Yeah, you can, use an SD card, but the speed of an SD card and the internal storage is light years different. So if you want the best, maximum performance, obviously internal storage is the way to go. I've had very little problems with my S10 Plus. Yeah, I get the occasional app crashes, but to be honest, every phone has that. So what are you really missing by not getting the S20 or the S20 Plus or the S20 Ultra? Well, as I've mentioned before, the first thing you will notice is definitely the 120 Hz refresh rate. Is it nice to have? Yes. Is it a game changer? Yes, for some. It definitely is a game changer for some. But is it worth upgrading to a whole new phone just for that one thing? I'm not sure. Literally, I don't know. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. For me, it's one of those things that's like, it's a nice like cherry on top, You make a cake, you put a little cherry on top, little sprinkles. That's what the 120 Hz is. But the actual base on what you put the cherry on is very similar in both of these phones. Not much has really changed. Another thing you are not getting on the S10 but you are getting on the S20 is a better camera. Obviously, I shouldn't even have to say this. Every single year there's going to be a better camera in the newest phone as opposed to the oldest phone. But come on, to be honest, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of pictures. Let me know which phone took what. And if it takes you more than 10 seconds to pick one, you lose. It doesn't even matter at that point, okay? Because when you're scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're scrolling through, you're not dissecting the photo. You're not looking at each individual tree branch. You're just looking at the photo as a whole. You're looking at the colors, the angle, and you press like and you move on throughout the day to never look at that photo again in your life. Let's be honest, okay? So again, let me know which phone took what photo. Boom, I just saved you $1,000. I'll take 5% commission though. My PayPal is in the description below. So what about the fingerprint sensor? As we all know, the S10 Plus had the in-display fingerprint sensor. It was the first generation of its kind. So now we have the next generation phone, the S20 Ultra. Did Samsung even bother to upgrade the fingerprint sensor? No. Is it bigger by any means? No. Is it faster? Well, yeah, but that's because it's just software. It's just software optimized. But that software optimization is on the S10 as well. So really, the fingerprint sensors on both of these phones are the exact same thing. No upgrades whatsoever. So if you've had problems with the S10 Plus fingerprint sensor, guess what? You're gonna have problems with the S20 fingerprint sensor. Not much has changed. Now, both of these phones do record in 4K 60, and I will admit the S20 Ultra or S20 Plus, S20 completely destroy the S10 Plus when it comes to 4K 60 video recording. I mean, just take a look at the stabilization. But again, as I've said previously, every single year a camera is going to get better. That's to be expected. The question is that worth the minimum $1,000 on these new Samsung devices? Now, the S10 Plus, awkwardly enough, actually has advantages over the S20. Weird, right? First of all, you guys already know where I'm going with this, the headphone jack. Oh wait, this is the S20. This is awkward. See, not much has changed. I'm even forgetting what phone is what. So the S10 Plus, headphone jack. You get a headphone jack. And on the S10 Plus, you also get the option for ceramic, a ceramic black or ceramic build of the back of the phone. So this phone was in a case sometimes, but sometimes was not in a case. I've taken this phone to the beach without a case on, and there are no scratches at all anywhere on the back of this phone except the camera housing, but that's aluminum. Samsung, I still don't understand why you put aluminum, a very soft metal, as the camera bump. But the actual glass, which is ceramic, there's no scratches. It's amazing. Does the S20 Ultra have ceramic options? No. This is what I mean. It's weird. Samsung adds a feature and then takes it away the next year. First you get 1 terabyte internal storage, the next year you don't. 1 year you get ceramic, the next year you don't. Just keep them. Imagine the iPhone or the Pixel phone adding in like a terabyte of storage and then the next year they take it away with no like explanation. Now, yeah, I get it. You guys are saying, Mark, who is ever going to use 1 terabyte? Okay, maybe that's a true point, but my point also still stands. Samsung, don't release something and then take it away the next year. That's just weird. You should be always moving up, not moving up then take a step back the next year. Makes no sense. Either way, guys, if you have the S10 line of phones, keep them. They are fantastic. There isn't a lot of cake this year with the S20 Ultra or S20 line of phones, but there's a lot of sprinkles, if that makes sense. If you're gonna be putting a lot of sprinkles, you gotta upgrade the base, you gotta upgrade the cake. This year the cake is primarily the same, just a lot of sprinkles. 120 Hz refresh rate, 100x zoom camera, 8K video recording. Like, bros, give me some cake, not some sprinkles. Not only that, but this year the S20 line of phones are extremely expensive. The cheapest one, $1,000. The S10e from last year was like what, $650? That was the cheapest, S line of phone that you can get. Now the cheapest S line is $1,000. So yeah, keep your S10, S10 Plus, S10e, whatever you got, keep them. Now, if you don't have any of them, if you're coming over from like OnePlus or Apple or whoever else, I would really suggest getting a used S10 Plus, because right now you can get one for like $400. Yeah, get that. So I guess that's pretty much it. If you guys have the S10 Plus, let me know what you think about it. It's been out for a year, so let me know how it performs. For me, it's perfect. And if you guys have the S20 Ultra and you upgraded from the S10 Plus, let me know why, and let me know if you really notice a difference. Like, honestly, 100%, without a doubt, difference? Let me know in the comment section down below. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.